Okay, everyone, time for our final session of the day, which today is spellings. So these were the ones that we set last Tuesday, so hopefully you've had a chance to practice them. As always, I'm going to read them out as spellings. You can pause the video if I'm going too quickly for you, but have a go at writing it down as best you can. It's never a problem, if you can't remember one, just give it your best go, see what you can remember, and then if there are any that you get wrong, maybe those would be good ones to have a look back at later on. Okay, so spelling number one today is ascend. The aeroplane began to ascend. Number one was ascend. Number two, ascending. The maths teacher asked him to put the numbers into ascending order. 4, 5, and 6 are written in ascending order. Number two is ascending. Spelling three is descend. The mum began to descend the staircase in time for dinner. Number three was descend. Number four is descending. Put these numbers in descending order, said the maths teacher. Spelling four is descending. Spelling five today is muscle. Protein can help your muscle grow and repair. Something from science, isn't it? Spelling five is muscle. Spelling six is science. We did our science lesson on nutrition yesterday. Spelling six is science. Spelling seven is scientist. The scientist was working hard on the vaccine. Spelling seven is scientist. And finally, for the main list at least, spelling eight is scissors. Be careful when you're moving around with scissors. Spelling eight was scissors. So if you've just done the main words for today, you can pause there and you can kind of skip on to the next bit. If you're doing the challenge words, well done, 5 more for you. Spelling 9, first of the challenge words is fascinate. The artwork began to fascinate him. Spelling 9 was fascinate. Spelling 10 is fascinating. He found the book on dinosaurs to be fascinating. Spelling 10 is fascinating. Spelling 11 is discipline. During karate, you learn the importance of good discipline. Spelling 11 is discipline. Spelling 12 is scenery. It's nice to look at the scenery outside when you're on a train. Spelling 12 is scenery. And finally then, spelling 13 is scent. The perfume had a lovely scent. Spelling 13 there, scent. Okay, let's have a look at the spellings and you can mark your own. So as always, if you didn't get a particular number right and you're feeling a bit sad about it, well, it's nothing to worry about. Don't worry if you got some wrong, but maybe do take the time to have a little look, see if you can practice those again today and maybe relearn them. That would be a really good way of learning from mistakes and improving. So that's what we're all here for. So don't worry if you didn't get any, didn't get a certain number right, but do have a look back at the ones that you didn't get right and see if there's anything you can improve on or learn now or do differently. And now let's have a look at this week's spellings. So these are the ones that I'm going to set today, and we're going to then look at next Tuesday. So these are going to be tested next Tuesday. While I'm reading them out, can you spot what today's spelling pattern is? So these words all have one thing in common. Can you spot what it is? Bicycle, certain, circle, decide, medicine, notice, office, recent, space, special, twice, and for your challenge words, centre, century, exercise, justice, and sentence. Okay, you might have spotted that these words all have a C in them. And if you're really on the ball, you might have noticed that these words all have a C that makes an S sound. So we sometimes call that a soft C sound. So for example, in the word city or face, that C is actually making a bit of an S sound, which we sometimes call a soft C. So here are this week's spellings for you. One's to just sort of particularly watch or sort of notice here, century. Now we've been looking at centimeters, haven't I? And I told you that cent meant, what was it? 100. Because there's 100 centimeters in a meter. So century, that might be a good way of remembering that century means 100 years. So century, 100 years, centimeter, 100 of those in a meter. Are there any others here of note? I think the rest will probably feel confident the meaning of. I'm sure all of those, yeah, I think all of those you will probably know the meaning of. Okay, cool. So as always, I'd like you to practice your spellings in a way that you like to do. So here are some possible options for me, but you might well by now have some that you really like doing or ways that you really like doing it. You could try to write all of your spelling words into a short story. You could make a nice acrostic poem to spell out one of the words. You could write them all in alphabetical order, or you could write them out in different colors. It's up to you, really. I know some of you have ways that you like to do it. Some of you enjoy toss a word. Some of you enjoy doing crosswords. It's up to you. So here are your spellings for this week. Hopefully you can practice those a little bit every day between now and next Tuesday, just like we do in school. And you're going to get a really good score next Tuesday. Okay. Well done, everybody. Well done for sticking with it today. Nice that you've made it all through all 3 lessons today. Well done. I will see you back here tomorrow. Have a good day until then. Bye, everyone.